When was the last time you listened to an audiobook that shattered all of your expectations, from the format and performance to the genre-defying content? Today, I'm reviewing an audiobook that did just that. Welcome to Audiobook Reviews in 5. This is Jana, also known as Yenna, and today I'm reviewing Split Tooth by Tanya Tagaq. Split Tooth is part memoir, part manifesto, and it's infused with myth, poetry, and song. This audiobook is unlike anything I've heard before. Tagaq is a multi-talented artist and internationally acclaimed Inuit throat singer, and she segments her reading of Split Tooth with her throat singing, which is an Indigenous female tradition that originated as a vocal breathing game played by women while men were out hunting. If you're unfamiliar with how throat singing sounds, I encourage you to listen to samples on YouTube because it's pretty difficult to describe in words alone. Although throat singing was banned by Christian and colonial powers who sought control over Indigenous peoples, Tagaq's mother shared a recording with her daughter, who made it her own and shares it in her music, for which she has won numerous awards, and she also includes elements of punk rock, heavy metal, and electronica. Affectionately called a polar punk by some, Tagaq is also famous for her musical influence and collaboration with the artist Bjork in the early 2000s. Split Tooth features many of Tagaq's childhood memories, vividly rendered and layered with insight and references to Inuit mythology. Here's one of my favorite quotes from the book. "There's a siren that sounds in our small town to announce the curfew at noon and at 10 p.m. Every time the siren sounds, all the sled dogs howl, and I imagine that they think there's a large, loud god dog that rules the land howling. I equate this with religion, a short-sighted and desperate attempt for humans to create reason and order in a universe we can't possibly comprehend. The simple truth is we are simply an expression of the energy of the sun. We are the glorious manifestation of the power of the universe. We are the fingertips of the force that drives the stars. So do your job and feel." Here, the reference to fingertips may be an allusion to the sea goddess Sedna or Sana from Inuit myths and legends. In popular renditions of the myth, Sedna's fingertips became the sea animals, but that just might be my illusion and interpretation. That said, there are also numerous references to shamanism and animism woven throughout Split Tooth. Tagaq ingeniously explores language, narrative performance, and sound itself like nobody else. I repeatedly found my listening experience almost hypnotic, haunting, and certainly mesmerizing. Another favorite quote I want to share describes sound as its own currency. Quote, "Sound is a conduit to a realm we cannot totally comprehend. The power of sound conducts our thoughts into emotions that then manifest in action. Sound can heal, sound can kill. Sound is malleable. Sound can be a spear or a needle. Sound can create the wound and then stitch it. Sound can cauterize and materialize. No one can hear my song but the Northern Lights." Split Tooth is dedicated to missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls and residential school survivors, and I found the segments of the book about sexual abuse to be difficult to listen to, partly because these are interspersed with other segments about intense, rapturous beauty and joy, and yet all of it is delivered with Tagaq's same soft, almost delicate and clear tone. The Goodreads reviewer Ilana also mentions this in her review, which she titles Terrible Beauty, so I'm not the only one hearing that, and there's a stark, Some might even say brutal reality that Tagaq doesn't shy away from. As she notes in the context of hunting and survival, empathy is only for those who can afford it. This is not light listening, so if you're uncomfortable with ambiguity, graphic sexuality, or big emotions, you might not engage with this material or enjoy it. You're most likely to enjoy this audiobook if you can focus your attention rather than multitasking. It's one of the rare audiobooks I kept pausing to take notes and add bookmarks with the Audible app. I also felt inspired to listen to Tanya Tagaq's music after I finished this, and I was blown away by her talent. I'm certain that I'll return to this audiobook soon, and I look forward to following Tanya Tagaq and seeing what she creates in the future. That's all for this episode of Audiobook Reviews in 5. Thanks for listening. I hope you'll subscribe to my podcast on your favorite platform, and I look forward to checking in with you all again soon. Please stay safe and be well.